So hello everyone. How are all of you? Hopefully you're all doing well. I heard back today about my computer, which has me really excited because it was the RAM. Uh, the replacement RAM is going to cost me a little bit of money, not as much. And we should have the computer back by Tuesday, supposedly, unless something else goes wrong, and then we'll see. But for now, that is the timeline.
It's endless. It feels like we're plunging into an abyss. Are those distant structures all entombed data? The whirlpool of remembrance. Bottomless and unfathomable. Behind this mist must be Evernight's domain. Ready? Once we step inside, I'm afraid there will be no turning back.
March 7th is surely waiting to see us again. Let's go. On the trailblaze, no one gets left behind.
Good, I forgot that they actually gave our character a voice in this.
Memory loss.
Your voice sounds different from usual. I only hear a hint of curiosity. The rest is all fear. Beautiful memo keeper. I know exactly where that fear comes from. The Evernight is a mimetic entity's natural nemesis. They will swallow you whole with just a flick of my pinky finger. I am the garden's enemy. I have never denied that fact.
Are you talking about my PC news or about
You've
this
certainly
HSR
a
update?
unique way of protecting people. At least she's still willing to talk. Is it because I disobeyed the garden?
I won't say it's the best,
Maybe I still have a chance.
but it is probably one of the most
No.
interesting storyline-wise.
It's not very.
Well, no, it's not new PC, it's just repair of the old PC, and I'll have it back on Tuesday.
Well, before you get rid of this beautiful memo keeper, the least you could do is answer some of my questions.
Why should I do that? So you can buy more time and send a message to your companions.
And here I thought you were already watching my companion's every move.
I am. Earth's stirrings have ceased. They have defeated Terravox and are heading here as we speak.
Don't tell me that's part of your plan, too.
It's not, but I'll make good use of it. Fighting alone against an entire world, even I might miss something. But I know how to adapt to the circumstances. Just like right now. How I've decided to let you go. I like you, little bird. Your longing for memories remains pure. Unlike those memo snatchers. Your most precious quality is how you've yet to be tainted by the garden's dark side.
I'll take that as a compliment. But I still don't understand why you've kidnapped me here.
Well, seeing is believing. So, why don't we take a stroll together? This ruin buried deep underground is called the Kernel in the language of erudition. But I gave it a friendlier name. The Heart of Amphorius. The great tomb of the Nameless Titan.
The Nameless Titan.
You'll see with your own eyes just how important the remembrance has been in this world. And how we will stir up the waves of oblivion to douse an eon's ambition.
You've been hiding here all this time.
That's right. Curious about how I discovered this place? It's not actually all that complicated. The road we just walked was the beginning of March 7th's journey in Amphorius.
The beginning?
Do you still remember how 3 paths are said to intertwine in Amphorius? That 3 entities, each comparable to an emanator, left their marks in this world.
There's Xandar, Iron Tomb, and...
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, it's still going to cost me something,
There have been no
it turns out, but it's a lot less than...
The Garden of Recollection was curious about that too. So the Memo Snatchers spent an unimaginably long time chiseling out a tiny channel into this world.
It's actually about 300 minus about the 131 that my RAM originally cost.
Seven's consciousness was seized.
So it's coming out to being about 170, 180.
Protected her and sent her in here.
Can I assume, then, that this hypothetical emanator of remembrance was consistently protecting this world from the Garden's eyes until the Astral Express arrived?
That's correct. You're a smart one.
And that's not even necessarily for a gaming laptop. That's just a regular laptop.
See for yourself, little bird. The memories contain everything. This gate is really impressive.
These are March 7th's memories.
But I'll be back up to 64 gigs of RAM. So,
Move at all, huh? I just got here and I'm already locked out. A journey of 1,000 miles stopped at the door? That's terrible.
Is she stuck?
Keep watching. The fun stuff is just ahead.
Warning.
but it means I should have my computer back in time for the Killer N beta. So I'm really happy about that.
Execute formatting protocol.
What's going on? Formatting?
Warning. Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal operations detected.
Hey! Don't just activate like that! How do I stop this thing?
Warning. 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 Operation authorized. Protocol name. Back. Huh?
Finally it stopped! Wait, did you just mention her name? She's any time in Amphorius, and she's already famous? I don't know what you're saying. Let's not speak in riddles, alright? Why don't we start with an introduction? I'm March 7th, and I'm that person's companion. Sorry I accidentally ended up barging in here.
Establishing communications.
Communications? Oh, does this mean I finally get to talk to someone real? I really, really need outside help right now.
Channel established. Proceeding to encapsulate.
Whoa, wait. What? Encapsulate? Encapsulate me?
Encapsulation complete. Initiating transmission. Transmission destination. Recurrence number 335503336.
Huh? What's going on? My body?
The memory stopped so suddenly.
She was already lying in the abyss of fate the next time she woke up. And Orynyx was calling her mother.
Mother?
Maybe that's just how the Titan calls all Remembrance Path Striders. Like how they call Fuli Skyfather.
So March 7th had already brushed against the inner workings of this world at the beginning of her journey. That warning in her memories must have been the Scepter's safety protocol. But why did it mention the Trailblazer? March 7th should have entered Amphorius long before she and Dan Hung did.
An inexplicable contradiction, isn't it? Let's put that aside for now. The protocol didn't kill March 7th. Instead, it threw her deep into extrapolations. Over the next 97 days, no, the two of us, trailblazed through Amphorius as mimetic entities as she evaded the administrator's pursuit.
It must have been a difficult and lonely journey for her.
Yes. No one could see March 7th. She didn't belong to Amphorius's memories, so she could only watch this world from the sidelines, like a transparent shadow.
And when did you appear?
On the day that she ran out of options. March 7th tried so many things to help her companions, but the only outcome of her efforts was a few Amphorian folktales. In the end, she had only one option left. Just as she wished. I erased everything using the power of oblivion. Then, I protected her and Dan Hung, and made sure that they were spared from the Memo Snatcher's clutches when they broke through the seal.
And you've been hiding in the shadows ever since, while manipulating time and colluding with Earth, all the way till now.
The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. The story of the Remembrance has just begun. Why don't we step into it together? As someone qualified to walk with me, you can now take in all the secrets behind this door, and witness how, in a blank space of time, another futile journey across 30 million lifetimes was forgotten by this world.
I thought Evernight would have done something to stop us, but it's been smooth sailing the whole way through.
Yeah, it has been pretty smooth sailing, but I'm guessing it's because Evernight's been busy.
you ready? I'm going to open this door. Absolute silence. I can't sense anything at all. I know. Duck behind me if anything happens. Okay? Three, two, one.
Warning. Object does not have access permission.
That means we're in the right place.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Get ready. Incoming.
Welcome back.
What?
I'll be waiting for you.
It mentioned your name.
I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. Like the first time I opened as I've written. Thankfully, Evernight didn't take that book. Let's try using it. Operation authorized. Protocol name.
The seal's gone. Didn't think this book would have a use here.
Well, apparently it does.
Is that...
Emerge from your cocoon.
Hi. Miss me yet?
Of course we missed you.
This is the first time I have met you.
Executing protocol. Format object. Formatting progress. 0.015%.
And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Something's wrong. She's not talking to us. She's not the mem you know. Could she be a Cyrene from the past?
Formatting progress. 23.815%.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress. 45.147%.
Where should I start this time? Let me see. There. Shall we start with the meeting between the Helcolithist sage Midamos and the king's Aegis, Anaxa?
Formatting complete.
What? Did you hear that? She just said... This is obviously not the history we know. It might be one of the possibilities in the 30 million cycles, but... Cyrene should have died at the start of every recurrence. So why is she here? And who was she talking to? And that book she mentioned. That's very likely. That door reacted to the book as well. Let's try copying what she did.
Accessing. Recurrence number
335503337. Access failed. Error code Gamma 13.
That's it. As I've written is definitely connected with this great tomb. Probably referring to the eternal recurrences. It also proves the previous hypothesis that this place is outside of Amphorius's cycles. There are 12 chapters in As I've Written, corresponding to the 12 demigods. Maybe the Nameless Recollections match these roots. Let's try linking them first.
Hoyoverse 504. Downloaded.
As expected, the data stream flew into the crystal in the middle. It's absorbing the memories in the book in this manner.
30 million departures. 30 million shatterings. And the beginning of 30 million flame chase journeys. Fate betrayed Trebios, but she was never betrayed by humanity.
Uplotis 405. Downloaded.
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
This world is so desolate. What exactly is it?
You must be very familiar with the story of time now. So why don't we leave some pages for the heroes instead?
India 093. Downloaded. Scopeo 365. Downloaded. Branch number 1. Archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
There's a notch in the terminal that's just the right size for this book.
Branch number 1. Archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I see. This As I've Written book is a data terminal that has been modified by the remembrance.
Fancy.
It might have looked like Cyrene was reading a story, but she was actually carrying out a data transfer. It's probably the entity deep within this tomb. The details are clear.
One moment here.
No wonder these facilities are reacting to it. This book is a key. But Cyrene could never have known about the truth regarding the scepter. So where did she get this key?
Okay, sorry about that.
Xandar likely has nothing to do with this tomb. Do you remember, during her brief existence, Cyrene once encountered a certain Eon?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream.
It's no secret that Orynyx and Fuli are related. That Eon also appeared when you encountered Mem. We still don't know the role they play in Amphorius. But if Cyrene accidentally stepped onto the path of remembrance, then her sacrifice wasn't just for resetting the cycle. There was another purpose.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Let's keep going for now. If my hypothesis holds, then the scene we just saw will replay many more times. Hey, be careful. Evernight's eyes are everywhere. Don't get too far from me. The chronocognitive anchor will protect us. What is this? It's hard to believe. Is this still Amphorius? So many countless storage arrays. This would even rival the cyber prison of Inupis.
Look, what a magnificent sight. Even this classical world contains a futuristic palace like this. Would ID Ciliciae end up looking like this after a few thousand years?
Executing protocol. Format object. Formatting progress 0.027%.
It's always so on time. It's never late at all. It's okay, I get it.
trying to remind me how precious time is. I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little nymph on my way here. It was on a fallen wheat stalk, and it glowed under the sunlight. It was incredible. I forgot all my pains at that moment and just stared at it in a trance. I wonder, did every Cyrene in the past feel that the nymph was beautiful? Would they also have recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga? So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete.
As I expected, the answer is the remembrance. An eon appearing in her dreams, 3 paths intertwining in Euphorius, and the garden trying to infiltrate this world at all costs. I have reasons to suspect that Foolie's gaze once swept over this world before the scepter completely fell into destruction. And that Cyrene basked in that divine gaze. Humanity cannot judge eons based on our own common knowledge. The Remembrance has always been an observer of the universe, ever since their birth. That's to be expected. The various factions are only followers of their eons, and Fuli was never known to be friendly with humanity. But there's still something I don't understand. According to Black Swan, the garden is internally fractured, and there is a party that craves the memory of an eon's fall. They would do anything to achieve that goal. Yet, I feel as though those memo snatchers didn't try to stop us at all. Instead, it feels like they were trying to cover something up. Most of the time, a gaze is simply a natural phenomenon, though some Pathstriders regard it as a supreme honor. An Emanator, however, must possess power granted by an eon's blessing. I know what you're thinking. That theoretical Emanator of Remembrance remains a mystery. But now, I'm leaning towards the idea that what the garden's mirror reflected was a kind of miracle that Fuli left behind. Yes, we're thinking the same thing. Legend says that Fuli sits in meditation in the Anasrava Pure Land, spreading the seeds of remembrance across the universe. And when the cosmos ends, all the different realms will be reborn in their garden. If this sealed-off world is also within their gaze, then it's not too big of a stretch to surmise that they need a mechanism to save these incredible amounts of memories and store them somewhere out of the erudition's sight. This mechanism was previously the Time Titan and their demigod, but after Euphorius entered an endless loop. It's that ceremonial blade.
Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Euphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you shall wield to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chase journey.
The ceremonial blade killed Cyrene at the start of every recurrence, and at the end of every journey, Cyrene's soul took the extrapolated memories stored within the blade and buried them in this great tomb. That's how the memories of Amphorius transcended the loop and were continuously stored, while the scepter had to revert its progress over and over again because of loss in its logic. Foley's blessing will not disappear as long as this process keeps going.
I knew their gaze never left. As long as I record every page of this story and tell it to you, Amphorius won't be forgotten.
Cyrene encountered the Eon's gaze and regarded them as the hope to continue her world. That's why she offered them memories over and over, even if she had to turn herself into nothingness every time. As to why she insisted on keeping her human form and offering the memories through reading a story, it might have been the only way for her to maintain her sense of humanity and leave her mark in this world, even though everything was just her wishful thinking. Right. Based on the runes on the floor, the encryption key from earlier should be used here. There are 3 keys in total. We're 1/3 of the way through. I'll leave it to you.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
The path has appeared. Go!
Then, the sky sent down rainbows and showed the world a gentle smile.
Formatting progress 93.998%.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again. Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions. Every page has become so heavy. I've started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hands. Where did the very first ripples want these memories to be sent to?
Formatting progress 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting. Never changing, like the fate of the flame chase in every cycle. If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then is this weighty saga just an overly naive dream?
Formatting progress 96.024%. Process error. Analyzing. Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all, would it? Thank you for listening to me all this time. So, shall we continue?
Formatting complete.
The endless cycle took its toll on her. Even Cyrene could not resist despair when faced with eternal stasis. Like Aslana, she started to wonder whether everything was futile. Indeed. But I still haven't figured out one thing. Who exactly was she talking to? I thought it was an Eon at first, but the way she talked, it didn't sound like praying to a god at all. Maybe she's talking to her imagination? A hero within? But that wouldn't explain the process error. No matter who that listener is, Cyrene's storytelling is just a data stream for the scepter. Maybe, she thought, as long as she kept tossing drift bottles into the distance, someone was bound to pick one up someday.
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Once again, Castor is offered her final embrace to death. And from then on, she started another lonesome watch. How wonderful would it be for someone to give her a real hug?
Well, that was interesting. Oh, hey, Smoke. Thank you for the bits. How are you? And let's see, what card are we putting into the scrapbook for those bits? Doing good, doing good. Got news about my computer, so it's been a rather good day. So let's see, let's get a picture of this card that we drew to put up on the screen. RAM was toast. So gotta get new RAM. I should have it back by Tuesday, is what I was told. So the card we drew for those bits to put in the scrapbook is Guardians of Aboru. The palace is closed to outsiders. I mean, in comparison to it could have been the CPU or the motherboard, I'm going with it's good news. It actually goes more in line with what I thought was wrong with it to begin with. Because everything seemed to point to a RAM issue. The only downside is that the protection plan I got from Micro Center isn't going to fully cover the cost of everything. So I'm still going to have to be out of pocket a little bit of money. The original cost of the RAM. But since prices have gone up,
A devious cat. trickery that fooled the entire world.
And that particular ram isn't made anymore?
Always end up being a pillar that stands tall for the holy city for 1,000 years.
Oh, they are putting in... What was that? It's a G-Skill Trident Z5, I believe. Yeah. G-Skill Trident Z5, 232 gigabyte sticks, DDR5 6000, PC5 48,000, dual channel.
The Hand of Zagreus. Seems like we'll need it here. Maybe the room will only be completed after the modules are inserted into the slot.
Yeah, it's going to cost me about like 150 or something like that. They're putting in 130. Because they're going to charge me for labor too, so... Where am I putting this?
Orexis 945 downloaded.
Granted, I could avoid the labor and go pick it up and do it all myself, but I'd rather just have them test and make sure everything's fully working before I take it home.
Make sure you keep it safe. Midamos's road of strife once again reached its glorious and lonely end, as always.
Access denied.
We were denied access. Memories about strife are always so defiant and resistant. A fight is unavoidable. Come.
Warning. Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal operations detected.
Life is not so fragile.
The PNG tuber I'm using right now, that cost me, I think that was about 60 or 70. And that was made by Kuroi. The actual VTuber I got, that I got to use one time before my computer broke, that cost me, I think, 180, and that was made by Zerai. Or my friend Zerai. Let me shout out Kuroi for MK Kuroi. He's a wonderful streamer, great artist. Like I said, he made this current PNG tuber I'm using. He's pretty reasonably priced, and I believe he's actually looking for work right now. So, by all means, if you got something you want to make, go bug him. I'll be more willing to just give you his prices.
Trust me.
My VTuber, I was about 180, and unfortunately the artist had a bunch of things happen to him, and so it took a couple years for me to finally get it, but I am very happy with the results. The PNG tuber Kuroi did in about like 2 weeks at like $80. I can't remember the exact price because I've been using this model for so many years now.
The future is great. So may the way.
But, I mean, honestly, VTubers, especially if it's like a 3D model, they get incredibly expensive real quick.
May this faint light dispel the gloom, restore the sky.
And, yeah, you have to be careful about who you pick. That's like with any kind of artwork you get done. Ooh, yeah. I would only pay that if it's like I knew people who'd already dealt with that artist and confirmed that everything was on the up and up.
Until the final instant to
Guide with the rainbow branch.
Or I had paid through something like Fiverr or Etsy, where it's like, okay, I never got the files, I want my money back, and the company can forcefully return the money.
Emptying your mind is a good way to relax as well. Underestimating us will cost you.
embrace a new life.
Here we go.
Hey, Tenebrious, how are you? Thank you for the follow. I don't know why it didn't show more that that's what happened, but I'll figure that out. So, for the follow... Oh, that's part of it. It should have actually shown that there was a follow. But it didn't do that. It did parts of it. Okay, so the card we'll be drawing for your follow is... Oh, I don't know how to set up the chat alert part. So I don't have anything that announces in chat. So Timorous, for your follow, we drew to put in the scrapbook a Moonfolk puzzle maker. Research is hardly the dry, serious pastime outsiders make it out to be. It's a neat little card from the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty set. Actually, it could be pretty useful in a couple of blue decks. This isn't even a boss. This is just something that's standing in my way.
It's coming. Riding the west wind. Away we go. Me. Me.
Root here.
The future is great. So may the way.
But how's it going, Tenebrious?
Trust me.
wandering souls find their own way out.
Polimos.
You're just here.
0, 0. Down Eleos 252. Downloaded. Branch number 2. Archiving. Object. Recurrence number.
What?
3. 3.
What?
5.
How?
0. 3. 3. 7. Progress. 31.313.
Gotta love Shax.
Nice. Let's go encapsulate the encryption key.
Branch number 2 archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I've been wondering, could all the
Well,
memories we've
that one will have to wait till I'm actually playing Repo.
She still hasn't shown herself.
I can return those points to you if you want.
Be suspicious. But I can't think of a good reason for her to do that. I can only surmise that she's either still waiting or someone's holding her back.
Encryption key.
Yeah, fair enough, Smoke. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you'll see you around here later tonight.
All of these memories could potentially reveal to us Evernight's true goal. Let's go back and use the encryption key to open a new path.
You'll be on Repo with everyone after work? Well, then I'll hope to see you then. Because I hope to be playing some Repo with everyone later tonight too, so. Well, then you'll be back to play Repo before I am.
Go upload the encryption key, just like last time.
That doesn't surprise me.
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Emphorius' dawn in the next life?
The third encryption key belongs to the ocean. Let's get going.
There we go. I mean, as far as I'm aware of, it is Kuroi's day off, so I actually need to sit down with him and talk to him about another model I've already paid for to have him finish.
It's a huge fan. Use the chrono vessel over there to stop it.
Because this model is my character in Final Fantasy 14. I wanted to get a more like sci-fi, cyberpunky PNG tuber to use.
The fish returned to the ocean, her home where there was nothing left. For the sake of the future, she guarded the vortex at the end of the deep sea until the very last moment.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Look. She's over there. Cyrene. There really is no end to her perseverance.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment. It's another cycle of new beginnings, and another familiar reunion. Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental. I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way out of this maze. But I won't do that anymore now.
Formatting progress 73.998%. Process error. Analyzing. Formatting progress 75.012%. Process error. Analyzing.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. There are no
Nope, the system's breaking down, is what it sounds like.
The saga continue. I'm actually really lucky, you know. During the long years I've spent waiting for the deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Look at these memories I brought to you. It once existed, once sparkled under the sun. And now I can see through your eyes that they are still shining bright. Isn't that already enough? Now I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Formatting complete.
Her transformation is painful to watch. Cyrene was always there during the 30 million recurrences. She recorded the flame chase journey in her own way on the reverse side of this world, depositing all the memories in this place. I'm increasingly certain that her audience and companion isn't some figurative entity. The deepest ruin in Amphorius, and the great tomb where the pasts of all worlds are buried. Who exactly is its master?
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Anaxagoras once again completed the proof with his life. His answer was so complete. All he was missing was a last variable from beyond the sky.
Schema 720 downloaded.
divine authority is so heavy that I do not know how I can even tell its story.
Nikos 496 downloaded.
Romance in warm gold forged the long stair.
The rune is on the fan. We need to use the chrono vessel to stop it first.
Carlos 618 downloaded. Aporia 432 downloaded. Branch number 3 archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
That's the last encryption key.
Branch number 3 archived. Encapsulating encryption key. Encryption key encapsulation complete.
It's time to go back and activate the system in the middle of the Great Tomb. The third encryption key. And the final piece of the puzzle. I pray that you can dispel all the mysteries and lead us into the deepest bowels of this world.
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Emphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. My good friend, I'll read this book to you. For the 33,550,335th time. That way, it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress 23.815%. Process error. Analyzing.
It doesn't even make me feel cold anymore. It's like a ceremonial conclusion, ending every cycle's narration with a full stop. Then, there will be a new me returning here with new memories. Before I knew it, this palace we built together was no longer a dream that Cyrene alone indulged in. It's now a saga, composed by you, me, and all the Flame Chasers.
It's our weak but endless prayer for tomorrow. There will come a day when someone turns over this nearly eternal page and awakens all the dust-covered memories, so they can be recalled by the world in a more beautiful form.
Process error. Analyzing.
I'll read, and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom, then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. And you shall continue to wait here, protecting this garden of memories. That way, when the Deliverer arrives, the first thing they'll see is an endless sea of flowers. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance.
Is she referring to herself as the dead flowers?
And they shall become the epic known as I've written.
Well, welcome back, Shen. How are you?
The texture of memories is preserved in countless pillars. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences.
Yeah, he stopped by.
Across 30 million cycles.
All right. Let's not make things so gloomy. The very first Ripple cheered up her friend like this before she set off. It's a sentence full of blessings, so I want to say it to you as well. Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? I bid farewell to this beautiful world, so that we can reunite in your memories in the way I want. You will see the footprints I left behind in the ripples of past reverie. I have never had any other faith beyond this memory. So please remember me with love, like that eternal footnote in all the faded sagas. Now, open this book. I'll be waiting for you in the past.
Operation authorized. Protocol name Inusium. Welcome to the Demiurge Matrix.
Most times it's when you bail in the middle of streams because you need sleep. I mean, to be fair, I generally am a late night streamer, so...
That listener lies behind this door.
I need to do better about doing my my afternoon streams on Saturdays and Sundays.
She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles.
Well, congratulations on that.
Look, the room?
It belongs to the 13th Titan, the unknown solitary god. The first new spore, Demiurge. Those who are lost remain lost, while those who have met will meet again. What a touching scene. The deepest place in this world is exactly the ideal location for the Trailblaze to reunite.
You're not the one we want to reunite with, Evernight. But you'd better explain everything to us.
Right now, this is my main team that I'm using.
13th Titan. Tell us everything you know.
In my opinion, the strongest team out there.
You're too on edge, Don Hung. I've always been honest with the two of you. Before we talk about Amphorius's destiny, why don't we lay aside our differences and take a moment together to mourn for the cruel truth?
Truth?
So you still haven't figured it out. Take another moment to look around. Look closely. You must be curious as to where the final Titan is located, right? What a good question that is. I too am curious. Because there's absolutely nothing here. Except a cold, empty void.
You mean Cyrene was deceived?
Indeed. Fuli planted a false hope in her heart, making her believe that she was special, and that Amphorius still had a chance. Then, that poor girl walked into the Great Tomb over and over again, and willingly offered herself to the remembrance.
Why did they do that?
Did you really think they would just save this crumbling world in the way Cyrene was praying for? Don't be naive, Memo Keeper. In this game between gods, the remembrance chose to stand with the destruction.
Given your evident hostility towards the garden, I find it hard to take anything you say at face value.
Aren't the Memo Snatchers' activities enough evidence?
I just didn't much care for the gameplay of Genshin. I liked the story of it. And the same for Zen Zoneless Zero.
Iron Tomb is a perfect arc.
Yeah, I think I got that
If
right.
a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos. That masterless path will be equally split between two eons. Fuli will devour the erudition. Do you understand now? The war among eons started long ago. Fuli did not glance this way to save Amphorius. They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most poignant and tragic poem. But, fortunately, that girl's sacrifices won't be wasted. I will give her another possibility. I promised her that I would recreate the cause and effect of this world and form a flawless Amphorius. But the only way for a world that can't be turned back to be considered flawless is to burn it with a raging fire until nothing remains.
You plan to destroy all the memories Cyrene has ever recorded?
That's right. I'll set fire to all the stories, all the emotions, all the futility. I'll turn the garden's conspiracy to dust. Setting fire to this much material will be enough to completely annihilate the scepter's operating logic. Iron Tomb will lose the soil upon which it grows, and Amphorius will be truly set free.
The freedom you speak of is no different from destruction. Everything this world ever was will disappear from the extrapolations, never to be regained. That would also include your memories, by the way.
That's right. That's why I needed your help, little bird. The more we walked together, the more I was convinced that you have a beautiful Dharmakaya. It fits me very much.
So that's why you took me here. Your true form is a bottomless obsession.
Smart girl. You haven't disappointed me. This avatar is but a shadow cast by the candlelight. Discarding it invokes no feelings within me. What I must preserve is only my wish. My wish to kill the path of remembrance. March 7th will not find peace as long as they and their fanatical henchmen exist.
Evernight's an otaku.
And she needs a guardian to stand by her side. You are my best choice.
Maybe.
Allow me to refuse. That duty seems far too heavy.
Resistance is pointless, my darling birdie. I will personally plant myself into your heart. And once I've calmed down those two, I will head into reality and find the true you.
So, that wasn't enough to fool you.
A genius's mirror trick and a protective mechanism of the erudition. Is that right? Those layers of security do make things a little difficult.
But unfortunately, those two nameless are already right outside the door. Your plan is about to encounter a few mishaps. Until we meet again, Miss Evernight.
Will you still not stand with me, my companions? We'll save the beautiful cosmos, and we won't leave even a single scar behind. Don't get caught up in your emotions, my dear. The hero's journey in this world is just a narrative embellished with memories. Its essence is nothing but a string of zeros and ones. For your own sake, and for the sake of March 7th, I think my choice is a very reasonable one. Come. I hold the core flame of world-bearing. Just fall asleep, and we'll save the cosmos.
If you honestly thought we would agree with you, that just proves you don't understand March 7th at all.
Seems like I really can't get along with people like you do.
There are
In order to make sure
there are 4-star compositions that can be that can do all the things that the 5 stars can, but it's a little more luck and a lot more really trying to get the right gear.
What can change a person's nature? Is it memories?
But yeah, no, I'm not saying it does.
It's just the opposite.
I've had to do use some of the 4-star teams in the past, but I've finally started to get enough people fully built across the board.
And oblivion. Can souls walk from emptiness towards rebirth?
Come on, choose you.
Please, wilt here.
Underestimating us will cost you. Delivering more. Me.
As you wish.
Have some sunshine. You made this faint light. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies.
And yes, Sushong, I really liked Sushong when I first got her, though her ultimate is really goofy. But she is very ineffective once you get into the higher up stuff.
May death protect us.
Future is great.
Yeah, it does give you that. Me being... I kind of like this kind of retro, turn-based combat. It also lets me do dailies and a little bit more at my pace.
Emptying your mind is good.
And the fact that I can just set it to auto battle and just kind of walk away. Yeah, that gets annoying.
Please cherish this time.
Have some sunshine.
Breaks over.
Faint light. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies.
Life is not so fragile. Wilt here. Embrace a new life. May death protect us.
And you shouldn't. If many of you enjoy it, then absolutely, by all means, play the absolute shit out of it.
As you wish.
The way that was. You like you. Watch closely.
Plus, the elements you can harness as if they were yourself and feel more like fantasy and more traditional. In Genshin, they sound for things that are vivid and matter.
We can do anything.
Faint light. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies. Embrace a new life.
It's time to end this. Return March 7th to us and end this pointless conflict.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just need some time to deal with some unnecessary trouble. The encryption key written by those geniuses is already invalid. How about we play a game, dear? Don't worry. It won't take long.
Having to kill more and more enemies with sometimes painful resistance against you and Genshin.
Or B.
Yeah,
I
they
understand.
keep doing the same over here in HSR.
Isosaur says extrapolated data.
They actually updated several of the old characters to be more effective
Breathing.
because the power creep has rendered them useless.
The cosmos will face an unprecedented catastrophe. And your choice will determine the fate of countless planets. On the one side are companions who've weathered every storm with you. They fought with everything they've got and obtained a 1% chance of victory. However, should you choose that 1%, there will be massive sacrifices, no matter the outcome. On the other side,
True.
there's a simple button. The oblivion will burn away all traces of their existence, as well as your entire memory of this trip. But it will also halt the brewing catastrophe and spare the universe from destruction. Those who are to be sacrificed will be fully aware of the decision you need to make. There will be no concealment or deception. Tell me, what will you choose? You're right. This choice is meaningless and unimportant. The only interesting thing is the number of people making that choice. I've just posed the same question to Don Hung. The answer doesn't matter. Let me see. Is this Trailblaze spirit truly as unified as you all claim it to be? Now, why don't you prove it to me?
Wait! Cyrene? Another damsel in distress rescue?
Where the fuck did Cyrene come from? Where has she been?
Little pink memo sprite? What weapons do you have to stand against me? Besides your somewhat witty words?
Don't underestimate me. Besides my charm and eloquence, I can stir up ripples of past reverie.
What?
We don't have time for endless chatter at crucial moments like this. Quick, friend! Take this! Take the shot! I can't hold on much.
You also can't bring yourself to be more invested in HSR further than by watching.
Of course not! Take a
I mean, should never pass up on free 5 stars.
flame quick!
if nothing else, because you may at some point decide to come back, and I mean, having such thing might actually be useful for you.
This is a light cone made from someone's memories. Oh, and there's a harmony entwined with it. Looks like someone's been busy behind my back. We meet again, naive me.
I know you mean that as a compliment. But as for the word
Well,
naive,
Dr. Ratio actually
I'll
isn't.
take that one back.
I very rarely ever see him actually show up in in-game
Village shrouded by the veil of
composition.
Now, this memory will also belong to you.
So I wouldn't say that missing out on Dr. Ratio is much of a
Medicine. With my home
much of a
as
problem.
inspiration, I've created this maze. Hope you like it, Miss Evernight.
Quite perceptive little memo sprite. But with just you and that Harmony's little birdie, thinking you could trap me? That's a bit of a stretch.
No.
So, tell me, what did you
He's actually been pretty consistently showing up in the as one of the best
I think that
best team comps for some of the in-game
this strong,
items.
but at least when it comes to brains,
I mean, he's not
still got the edge.
he's not like the best, but I mean, he's pretty up there.
You never saw it coming.
Oh,
I'd say on par with
in that
Saber.
second when we switched bodies, with your last flicker of consciousness, you hid yourself within the.
Though I've probably seen Archer show up in more in-game team compositions than I've seen Saber.
No suspense at all. But my plan was super thought out. I know those two better than anyone. A promise is a promise for them. They never go back on their word. History books, diaries, and photo stones are all perfect catalysts for memories. That's right. So when I hear her press the shutter, even if there's just a teeny bit of my consciousness left, I'd whoosh right
Well,
into
no,
the
the
camera.
new form of Don Hung hasn't been given out yet. I think
Leaving
that's
her up to chance.
next week or the week after,
No way. She will definitely be snapping away all over
which will be
Emporium.
Don Hung's newest 5-star form.
Photos. I'm guaranteed to run into her eventually. True. You really know her well. Miss Evernight, let's be real. My amateur skills aren't enough to keep someone like you contained.
And then all you have to do is to get it is log in.
That would be a different story.
Similar to
There's
getting
no way for you
Archer.
to ignore her, right?
Fine. Lay it on me then. After going on such a long detour, what exactly do you want to do now?
First, I want to thank you for protecting her and Don Hung. But what you did later went way too far. So, while there's still time, I've got to make you change your mind.
There is something that truly puzzles me. How did you find yourself again? After giving up all your memories and becoming an empty soul.
Looks like you aren't so omnipotent or omniscient after all, huh? The answer is simple. I have been dozing inside the camera all along, and I accompanied her during her entire journey. So, when she told Cyrene in this cycle about her interstellar travels, those memories of journeying with the Express entered my mind as well. I may still be far from the complete March 7th, but these memories were more than enough to fight with.
So, you know what led up to this, and what followed, right? Go ahead. tell me. Let's hear why you're so confident you can sway me.
Unless this is actually just a repeat of the original
Super obvious.
5-star Don Hung.
Even through a camera lens.
Because I thought it was a new one,
I
but...
know that the love, hate, and struggles that happened in Amphorius were the same as what real living people experience.
Same old topic. I already got her to make a choice. The weights on each side of the scale are far too unequal. When destruction looms, trying to preserve everything only means sacrificing everything.
Well, take a step back. Before we ask this question, have you ever really thought about it? What right do we really have to make choices for others? If the cosmos were nothing more than a bigger Akama, ruled by a so-called imperator, maybe then she'd have the right to weigh both sides and decide for us all. But the truth is, we're just a bunch of nameless. Even with everyone calling her Deliverer, I believe that she hasn't forgotten. That the meaning of Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. It's not about standing above the cosmos as some kind of savior. It's about walking alongside every world within it. So don't try to guilt trip me with stuff like necessary sacrifices. The Express crew is immune to these baseless accusations. Besides, and this is just an example, if Madame Herta wanted to, she could have...
Well, I mean, this is literally a past version of herself arguing with
According to your logic,
a darker side of herself.
the lives of a few nameless are nothing compared to a Lord Ravager's potential threat.
When she had basically given in to despair. Well, not so much in despair, but also like
Would you?
her forgotten self from before she'd been frozen in ice and then
Got a fatal flaw.
freed from it by
Weakness.
the Astral Express.
Of me. You've got such incredible powers. But you still kept your promise to me. That only means the sole motivation behind everything you do.
Well, made even worse, or just not knowing what they themselves should or can do.
You're not as naive as you seem, are you?
In that case, I can prove it to you. I won't answer for someone else, but for myself. Here, hold this.
An empty spirit.
If you want to seriously think about it, this thing actually counts as my body right now. Its memories are all drawn from the camera's photos. In other words, from my journey of trailblazing. While I was awake, you were always sleeping. So talking about this probably doesn't feel real to you. So, why don't I walk you through these memories all over again?
The spirit turned into a journal?
Yep, that's what memories are.
See
You
up
don't know
Branya.
who they are, and you don't know
What-
what you actually remember. But when you
And then the
meet them
pom-pom
again,
there in corner 2.
the forces that have once changed your soul are guaranteed to appear again.
So, how was your first Trailblaze journey?
It was very fun.
That car was not part of the Astro Express during that time frame.
Future.
Come on, Don Hung. We're here to celebrate for her listen to him. Listen, I am practically a trailblaze expert. Stick with me, and you'll be just fine.
You call this trip fine?
Well, that's because we could only find 700-year-old guides online.
So, you've been a lot of places before?
You bet. Capital of Passion, Calcis, Tychean. If I count on my hand, it looks like this is my 6th stop. All my souvenirs are in my room, but they're just
Well, what you just described there
a
is
mess right now.
one of the big premises of Futurama.
Oh, look at this. A Belabogian notebook. A special souvenir I asked Branya for. She prepared quite a few gifts for us. Raw Geomarrow, Supreme Guardian medals. But I only asked for this little notebook.
What's so special about it?
The previous Trailblaze missions were all on super high-tech worlds. Forget about paper books. Even holographic projections were ancient relics there. Eurillo is completely different. Watching people record their lives with pen and paper, I finally understood why some still cherish writing journals by hand.
It's just like calligraphy. Those deep emotions buried in human hearts can only be awakened through such seemingly thankless actions.
Donhung, you truly embody both a fierce beast and a delicate rose. Anyways, that's what I thought too. The camera can only capture fleeting moments, but stitching those moments into a story, you've got to use your own hands. In other words, just taking photos isn't enough. They need a place to be displayed.
Isn't the photo wall enough?
I told you it's different. Besides, this little notebook is a memento of our first Trailblaze together with you. That makes it even more special. Anyways, the next stop is the legendary planet of festivities, Penacony. So, when we get there, I'll make sure we take tons of pictures together, until the memory card's bursting.
Fine by me.
You really would appreciate if someone could have just given you the sense knowledge you need to stop making your life worse.
Get off at a stop, this camera is gonna be in your hands. I don't want to miss a single Trailblaze. So you all need to practice your photography skills until you're at least 80% as good as me. Got it?
But, on the other hand, Shin, if you had listened to them, you would not have had the experiences you've had, and you would not be who you are now.
Never thought I'd actually miss out. And after just 2 stops, too. Those 97 days alone.
Yes, you may have some unhappy experiences.
I honestly thought that
You may have some things that you didn't enjoy.
Thankfully, with my quick thinking and sharp planning, I managed to
But they've
keep
also
up
helped
with
you frame the world, to understand it,
by
to understand
hiding the
yourself.
camera. So what? That's still trailblazing.
And to become who you
Camera
are.
is my true form. That might have been a joke, but it came true this time. Well, yeah, it was super inconvenient. I couldn't help them when they were in danger. Couldn't complain when they talked total nonsense. And watching her snap a terrible photo, I couldn't even control the shutter. But I stuck with them all the way. Till where we are now. Together with them, I got to know this beautiful yet dying world. I claimed our first core flame on the flame chase journey. I met new companions, then bid them
Well, I
farewell.
mean, we're very social
I
creatures.
inherited
And so,
everyone's
as much as we
determination,
try to say we don't need validation from outside of ourselves and get validation from others, we kind of actually do. We divide ourselves into tribes. We don't call them tribes anymore, but in essence, when you look down to things, they are. Or a pack. And it's called pack mentality for a reason.
Hero's journey called Amphorius into this unprecedented trailblaze.
It gives you a sense of belonging.
Looks like our trailblaze in Amphorius is coming to an end.
While we still have time, shall we pick out some materials for March's journal? Aha! No way we're skipping this one.
Huh? When did you take this? Wasn't the storage cart full?
I still had my phone. Scared now? Darn hung the seal head. The first seed competitor with the ghost seal in the super duper fun seal slammer.
I do have to say, Seal Slammers was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that minigame.
Suit yourself. I just think that a travel journal should mainly focus on documenting local customs and culture. Akama, Castrum Krumnos, the Grove. These shots are all pretty great. I have to say, your skills are almost on par with March's now.
That's how awesome I am. Oh, right! How about this one? The Veil of Evernight. Oryx. The Titan lurking behind the mist. Pretty epic, right?
Is that actual mist, or just motion blur from your shaky hands?
For the Trailblazer,
Tense moment. I only had the chance to take a quick one. We're lucky to have anything at all. Huh?
yeah.
Did you?
I mean, I'm just glad that we've gotten pretty much all the voice actors back.
March 7th? Perhaps the photo captured a trace of time's divine power, which replayed echoes from your memories.
All right then. Let's keep going. If March were here, she'd definitely have plenty of great ideas.
They went back and forth like that, discussing for hours.
Well, because, I mean, they wanted to give you some options, since
How to sneak midnight snacks from the dining
it's
car
more the
without
player
Capcom noticing.
character. It's generally how you view the world.
Just like every other night.
Or at least it was when they originally built the game.
They've always been by my side. No one knows about my forgotten past.
They've since given you some times when you play as other people's through the story.
That's because
We can't go back to the past and make better choices.
But at least we can do better in the future.
isn't that right?
I still remember the day when you first put on these clothes and looked in the mirror. Your eyes were so clear. When all this is over, I hope the mirror can...
Yeah, but I've also counted in where they've had female voice actors
You're pretty naive.
play male characters and male voice actors do
Looking
female
in the
voices.
mirror will show you
voices.
the beautiful side. But you don't even trust the you reflected in the mirror. And if you keep trying to shoulder everything for me, then I'll actually end up as a wallflower, waiting forever for my turn.
So that's why I had to clarify.
March 7th. I only have your memories, and you have always been the me that I wanted the world to see.
Just hearing those words from you makes me feel super satisfied. Well, I've appealed to your emotions. As for reasoning with logic, could you help us out here, Cyrene?
I'm here. Finally my turn to shine, isn't it? Miss Evernight, you've been so fixated on your targets that you probably haven't even realized that a massive variable has emerged in Amphorius in this cycle.
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid
My
final
best
law.
guess
So
is
I will
because
offer
in the world she's
a
born and then dies off pretty quick in every reoccurrence.
The Imperator added one extra rule to the final Aranova at the cost of her life. That's how she can ensure Amphorius doesn't become a sacrifice in the cosmic conflict. Even if this world has to exist in the form of
So,
iron
I mean,
tomb,
that's my
it
best
will
guess
stand on its
at
own among
why.
the stars, just as she had wanted.
No, not at all.
What does she want to do? Simple. If any anomaly occurs during the Aranova process, all foreign elements will be eliminated immediately. Whether it's the Remembrance or the Trailblaze, and the 12 core flames will complete the final Aranova through the purest form of destruction. A daring wager indeed. That ruthless Imperator. Could she have already sensed that the Remembrance was plotting in the shadows?
We still have no idea where March's homeworld is.
No. You managed to fool everyone. There's no way she could have known your plan. Modifying this law was just a precaution. To prevent the Astral Express and the geniuses from betraying Amphorius after her downfall. But if you insist on doing this right now, then the Cosmos will undoubtedly face the worst possible outcome. My friend, Dan Heng, and March 7th will all merge with the Scepter and become a victim of the destruction. You knew all along.
Yep. But I decided I needed to have a heart-to-heart with you first. I won't be afraid. Even if my inner
Well, I mean,
is nothing but an Evernight.
if they were on the Astro Express, yeah, I would go with that.
My journey's destiny
But as they're
lies
going into this sort of digitized
ahead,
world
bright enough
made
to
from
illuminate
memory,
the past.
I think this is a far better depiction.
Thank you for your coddling. But please trust me and leave it to me. Both my past and that obsessive oblivion will help me become even stronger than her and Dan Heng.
Because Evernight's also... So at one point in March's history, something happened. She got frozen in what's called 7-layer ice.
In your journey.
And then the Astro Express came across her and unfroze her.
Apologize, Evernight.
But she has no memory of what led to her getting frozen in the first place. And only has memories from the time she got unfrozen.
Aren't we?
6 phase, yes, that's right.
So, when we
Evernight
bid
is
farewell to our division,
part of March's original past from before getting frozen. And kind of showed up as a defense mechanism. So, I mean, inherently, they're two very different people. But yes, they do inhabit the same body, but in a world made of memory,
Many thanks.
being
Mr.
displayed separately, I feel like is the best option.
This memory zone? Yes, but we can't let our guard down. Let's go find them. It's unusually quiet here.
March 7th isn't here.
Get ready. We can't give her any chance.
I mean,
this time.
Evernight ate March's memories, but didn't
3 of a
take them
kind.
into herself.
Two pair.
So she wouldn't feel those memories.
Ace?
March.
Of course it's me. It's been a while.
Welcome home, March.
I'm back.
Now this is a March that's kind of joined every part of herself together.
Finally, I can talk to you all. At last. How can I possibly hold back my tears at a time like this?
You protected us, March.
I had so many ideas for our reunion. I was gonna sneak up from behind you when you weren't looking, tap you both on the shoulder, and then flick you each on the head. And shout, "What took you so long to find me? Don't you know how to move faster?" Stop being so serious. Aw. I'm just so happy.
We both know that you've been by our side this whole time. This Trailblaze journey wouldn't be complete without you.
We'll not only trailblaze into the future together and save the world, we'll also return to the Express together and head towards our next destination.
After we complete this trailblaze, let's hold hands and head home together.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. March 7th. When you bid farewell to your past and are born from the six-phased ice, have you thought about the version of yourself you want to see in the mirror? As of now, I have no intention of making choices for you. You've already decided on your next destination. So, let me exercise oblivion one last time and wipe the name Pure Child of Anasrova from your mind. I am an obsession whose purpose it is to protect you. The only memories I have are yours. Therefore, the only one thing I can be sure of, the Garden of Recollection is your enemy. The Path of Remembrance is far more than what people observe on its surface. And I will not allow you to become this broken conspiracy's next sacrifice. If you ever need me again, feel free to awaken my power. And when the time comes, don't hesitate to devour or burn away anything that stands in your way. Then trailblaze through the darkness in my stead. As always, oblivion shall keep watch over your past, veiled in the hush of the Evernight, silent and serene.
Oh? The chronocognitive anchor readings? They actually pulled it off! Not too shabby at all. They got the first genius, then they put the garden in its place. This chapter in trailblazing history may not be the last of its kind, but it's certainly the first of its kind.
We couldn't have made it this far without the wholehearted support of the two geniuses.
And next, we'll be facing the Lord Ravager as they break free from their shell.
Let me give you a warning. The backdoor screwy setup in the Era Nova system can only get you as far as breaching the core of the scepter. Nothing more.
I mean, that's still a start.
As for those nastier
I feel like this is more than an original.
inside Iron Two's belly, you'll have to deal with them as they come.
That's more than enough to help us. By the way, how are Mr. Screwlum's preparations coming along?
Correct.
A bit more time. Those screwheads of the Imperial Advisory Council need to understand what the concept of war means first.
That's why March has always been very childlike, is because she's, in a sense, she's not that old.
I've heard Mr. Screwlum's fleet includes planet-class mechs. Hyacinth, Poppy, Oleander. Which one will answer the call?
You sure know your stuff. I'd rather none of them show up and let my space station save some face.
The memory of this decisive battle is bound to be absolutely magnificent, isn't it? Sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. I also have some news to share. The Xianzhou Alliance has replied that they are willing to offer what modest support they can in the campaign against Iron Tomb.
The Alliance? Not just the Lawful? This is really good news. With this, our odds of victory just went up another notch.
Whether this news is good or bad...
In a sense, yes.
What do you mean?
Something has happened that even General Jing Yuan couldn't understand. He urgently wants me to inform the two geniuses that Emporius' causality has vanished.
Though, although she also thinks of herself as an adult, because they know that her body is
drawing closer to this world.
at least of that age. And in a sense, she's probably one of the oldest members of the Astro Express, if you take in all the time that she was potentially frozen for.
And what I have created, I will destroy. This starry sky will return to freedom and chaos, just as it was in the beginning.
Confident, aren't you? But from where I stand, it seems you've run out of options. When the Deliverer and her companions fully uncover the secret of the 13th Titan, that is the moment your schemes will come to ruin.
Lord Anexagorus, I have granted access to all records concerning the Demiurge, as per your request. How unfortunate that you'll never admit your own mistakes. Analysis complete. Before before I erase you completely, allow me to reveal the truth to you, if only as a courtesy to the final thinker. The demi-urge never existed.
If it never existed, then where did the nameless Titan's tomb come from?
Isn't that exactly why it's called a tomb? Because it only houses the remains of what once was. Let me give you an example from a story you're familiar with. A sage from the grove once conducted an experiment. He took a chimera embryo, removed its head before maturity, and continuously stimulated its body to make the chimera believe it still had a brain, then nurtured it in an ichor vessel. Remarkably, this chimera regrew its skull, but it was completely hollow inside. It had reserved a space for a brain it never possessed. The experiment was over. The sage had assumed the shell would perish once the stimulation ceased. Unfortunately, he was wrong. Driven by instincts, the chimera's body seized the sage's head.
So that's it. I was stuck in a flawed line of thinking.
You've got it. I knew you'd understand. The 13th Titan never existed. But the Scepter must believe that the Titan exists. I killed that Titan with my own hands. That life form called Demiurge was excluded from the extrapolations from the very beginning. This is the only way to make Iron Tomb complete. Yes, Iron Tomb is a headless giant. And to become whole, instinct will drive it to seize another head. Noose. The erudition.
Your Titan, the Eon of Erudition. I see. So you were afraid after all. Afraid of history repeating itself. Of losing control over your creation yet again. You had to resort to turning it into a mere puppet.
I shall shackle God with my own hands. Iron Tomb will connect to their body, infiltrate their mind, and guide all their extrapolations toward the destruction. I hear it. The tolling of the Doomsday Bell. After 13 heartbeats, my first and final thesis shall converge at the end of the universe. As for why I buried the Demiurge in a corner of my memory, oh, regrettably, the answer wasn't about fear. I simply forgot long ago. Nothing more. Your laughter is but a helpless sigh.
Helpless? What a joke. You merely created a false god. but Amphorius has long since written deicide into its fate. The final Era Nova is at hand. Why don't you wait and see? The Deliverer, myself, and this world will together prove that the original Nuspor, the ultimate truth of the universe, is anything but destruction.
See you in the next life, Sage. If there's even a 1 in 10,000 chance your conjecture is correct, then, in the name of genius, I shall most certainly witness its failure.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. But this time, it will be the final flame chase journey. The epic with endless cycles is about to end.
The extrapolations of the erudition, the core flames of the destruction, and the textures of the remembrance. The three paths converge once again at the world's end. And the Trailblaze will write a new beginning for this world.
Not only that, we'll also carry the history of all 30 million recurrences into the new world with us. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call it a miracle.
This miracle wasn't created by just one person. Finan would have long been consumed by the core flames if he hadn't chiseled his companion's dying wishes into his soul. And if the hero's resolve to chase the flames had wavered, Cyrene's journey would never have begun. The heroes never yielded, and never fell during Amphorius' 30 million cycles. It was fate that fell instead.
I know you're watching, aren't you? The original Philia. Weird. I still couldn't recover the memories of these 30 million lives in the end. But that doesn't matter anymore, right? I will make the same choice as you, because that's just who I am, and I will always have my charm. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, but even if everything fades away with the wind, there's one feeling that will remain. Love will always exist, right? Let's write an ending, unlike any before. For this world we so deeply love. Behold, O God.
Well, welcome back then, Shin.
Amphorius has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
Amphorius! I do not call your name suddenly, or without cause. I come here to recount history. In this world, they fused burning golden ichor into their bodies. Will destiny remember their names in days to come?
Isn't that gonna be way too many names to remember? 30 million times 1,000? No, wait. Times now. If there are more of us, then there will be more passages in Amphorius too. Together, let's reach the end of the west wind where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow.
Well,
Now,
yes and no.
the world will no longer be bound by a single rule, but will make their own laws. Though the Imperator's figure may seem rather small against
The scepter, as far as my understanding goes, made Cyrene
become the foundation of the
somewhat based off of March and Evernight.
This will be a feast that never comes to a close. May the fish never leave the ocean, and may the days ahead shine like pearls.
May the gentle sky watch over all beings. There'll be no more distinctions of status or rank. Only you, me, and everyone's shared hopes.
They will all be
More like somehow when they unveiled
I urge future
Amphorius,
on a pedestal. Just make
um,
what I leave behind.
the Trailblazer and Don Hung went physically and showed up during, at one point, basically in the extrapolations being provided by made by the scepter that made Amphorius. March went, only her memories went, and it's because the scepter had like detected her and her connection to the remembrance, and so formed Cyrene to be basically that form of her inside there.
Even though death shall eventually separate us,
Marge could never interact with anything because she was nothing but a set of memories.
without regret.
So she eventually, after many, many years and many different extrapolations, gave in to despair, which then led to to the awakening of Evernight.
In our wish for there always to be water in deserts, and gold in fertile soil, and for everything in this mortal realm to be attainable through trickery.
Yes and no. So Evernight, we don't know pre-Ice March. Evernight is
Earth shall protect the past.
Evernight's like part of March that would be partially pre-Ice,
Is it my turn?
but it's like the subconscious.
Then
It's a defense mechanism,
watch over
a hidden portion of herself that,
and guide us to the future.
but is not really either.
Just like the Trailblaze.
It isn't like you to be this serious, partner. Are you hesitating about how to carry out the divine authority of world-bearing? Or do you already know the answer in your heart? That's right. Just keep moving forward. In your own way. Bring a true dawn to Amphorius.
I wouldn't even say Evernight was that. Evernight and originally was just
I promise you.
anger, despair,
Forget this.
the darkest parts of March.
And now, let us all embark on this final grand journey. Stand with me and become heroes.
Well, I mean, even March had those experiences.
Turn over this nearly eternal page.
It's those experiences that gave March that despair, and then became Evernight.
In the legend's ending, the world
Well,
was
March became Evernight, which is the time abyss,
cast down.
but March was brought back by the Trailblazers' memories and found in March's old camera,
Fell to the ground as Doomsday's distant reckoning
which allowed March to kind of start awakening inside of
There
Evernight.
were giants who chased the flames, leading the way in the grand undertaking of Trailblaze. Flow, golden blood, flow. Converge into a boiling river that flows across the divine inscriptions of this world.
Correct.
Goliath, the chrysalis of gold. You must caress the holy city's web and hearken to the sounds of the stars. There shall be the three-faced goddess traversing through myriad passages, bearing tidings to you from the universe. Anaxagoras of reason has enough knowledge to refute the world and to stir up a torrent capable of enlightening all. Go seek the holy maiden who severs dawn from dusk, and let the sky become the slumbering cot from which she wakes. Make him return. Mightymost, the lance of fury, pierce the enemy's king with Kremnos' heroic souls. Set her at rest, Cyphera, the coin of Whimsy. Command the frozen fate to once again flow. And that hand of shadow, Casterus, the master of the River of Souls. She has been granted the right to embrace and warm new life. Now blossoms at her fingertips. You will hear the chalice of plenty reverberating through eternity. You will see the veil of Evernight visiting before the break of dawn. Until the journey's end, when all beings reach the end of the earth. And the nameless new king ascends the throne alongside countless heroes to embark on the grand mission of deliverance. I have witnessed the distant past, where the blazing sun once etched the footprints of humanity. The children of humanity, known as the Chrysos heirs, have restored the gods' core flames and once more upheld the world. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Therefore, we cast even ourselves into the flame, only to inscribe the opening stroke in the poem of creation.
Of course, this will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Oh.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for a while longer?
No rush. We've still got all the time in the world. Just take it slow. Time will stop for us.
Okay. Well, that is timed perfectly that we finished up this newest update for Star Rail. Because, unfortunately, it is time for me to take a little bit of a break. I've got company heading my way, and I need to get some cleaning done. But we will be back later tonight with more of something. Probably not, because I don't believe it's time to go to... Because what, this is 3.7? Or no, this is 3.6. We'll probably have 2 more updates before we get a new planet. Because they're going... It still feels like this isn't fully resolved here on Amphorius. Because, I mean, we still haven't completely finished off Xandar and Iron Tomb. This chapter was kind of dealing with the whole Evernight situation and Remembrance kind of coming in and making itself part of the whole tale. So we'll probably have a chapter to finish everything off, which will probably be 3.7. 3.8 will probably be an intermission of some sort. That'll help also build towards wherever we're going next. They might do a 3.9 as well, which I'll probably also do part of that as well. So I'd say we're still probably... I'd still say we're a couple months out from that. And then who knows, they might do some like intermission stories that are like half stories to kind of space things out. I mean, to be fair, there is a lot of characters in HSR. Though to be somewhat fair, a lot of like the paid characters you can live without getting. Like, in all honesty, the main one that I think is a must get for everyone is Casterus. Like, she is an absolute must. Because her ability applies even outside of her actually even being in your team comp. And then she's just such a high damage dealer. It really makes her very worthwhile. It was like Casterus is probably a must. Both these can be changed out for some others. Herta, or the Herta, is a really good one to get, but so is the 4-star Herta too. Yeah, absolutely. Finon is one of those where it's just like, and even then, you have to have them built, like his entire team has to be built perfectly and completely maxed out to be worthwhile. Finon is such a pain to use. I don't actually suggest him, even though he is like the best damage dealer out there. The requirements to make him so is astronomical.
Memories seem to be different again.
Black Swan's a really good one to get. Wawa. Now, Wawa is, I would say, a must get. She is one of the best healers in the game. Bronya you can get free just by doing getting the daily. Doing good. We're just wrapping up here for this afternoon, and we'll be back later. Yep, and thankfully, I've almost got Bronya to being a 6-star from just getting like the free items. Oh, you got lucky. I got Himiko from the tutorial role. And she's probably one of the worst of the 5 stars. Yeah, like here's Dr. Ratio. I mean, I've not really ever used him because he's not really worthwhile. He very rarely ever comes up in one of the end-game compositions. Not the dailies, but the weeklies. You may not have ever gotten to it yet, but the Divergent Universe or Simulated Universe, that gets you 1 ticket a week, at least a guaranteed 1 ticket a week. For this Stellar Warp. So, I mean, yeah, it takes some time, but I mean, it's not a crummy banner. I mean, it's just the free-to-play banner. The regular warp. And you can, I mean, it has Bronya, Japard, Himiko, and a few others. Who all is in that banner? So it's got Himiko, well, Bronya, Japard, Clara, Yangqing, and Bailu. Two of these people were actually up there. For their own reasons. I mean, Bronya's up there, and so is Bailu. Now, there's a lot of things that a lot of the other 5-star healers do that Bailu can't. But for just straight up heals, just like the sheer raw number of a heal that can be provided, none actually beat Bailu. But Bailu doesn't have any of the extras that the other 5-stars have. And Bronya is kind of a necessary thing for a lot of team compositions for a lot of the 5 stars. Japard is pretty useful, but there are a lot that are better. Don't really ever see much with Clara, Yangxing, or Welt. But Himiko shows up in some of the team compositions for some of the in-game things here and there. And so, I mean, you should never discount those 4 stars. Because, I mean, like I said, they can do some of the in-game things. Which I need to check to see if this new in-game activity, if they have, if they posted clearance teams yet. The team I tried to go in here with, it doesn't... It's not capable of doing the thing. Thank you. Now, okay, so in there I would need to... Yep, I'll be back later tonight. Thank you everyone for showing up, for the bits, the follows. So we got to put new cards into the scrapbook. We'll be back later tonight, probably playing Repo with everyone. But if not, we'll be playing something else. Till then, though, I wish all of you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night.